live streaming every day until something amazing happens, I guess. I love that Incredibles scene where the kid's sitting there on his bike and he goes, "What are you waiting for?" He says, "I don't know, something amazing, I guess." And I guess if you put yourself in the right place enough, you might see something amazing. Um, the last 2 days have been great. I've loved it so far. It's been fun connecting with people. There's a couple people who join pretty often, and it's been great. There's been some good conversations, some good questions. One thing, I guess, was a pretty good day today. One thing that I learned today was, let's see, what's one thing I learned? In legal language, when you're writing contracts and agreements, I knew the devils were in the details, but I learned a lot. I was working a lot on the legal documents today, so it was pretty cool getting to understand a better idea of legalese and writing that out and working on trying to structure deals in terms of how they work on the legal side, because that's why you pay lawyers so much, how important it is. Because there's the finance structure and then there's the legal structure too of how the partnership works. So it's pretty cool to work on that and figure out how it's supposed to read, how it's supposed to be written, and all the nuances, and each word can have so much different meaning. So that was a big thing today, and I loved working on that. And then we went to the gym this afternoon. I saunaed for a long time. I was doing 30 minutes on and off for almost 2 hours. And then I ended up in the cold plunge, which was a crazy feeling to do that back and forth. So the hot and cold transition is nuts.
What does it feel like?
It just, when you're sweating and your inner core temperature is so hot, and then you get in a freezing cold tub, it's the first instance where you're kind of getting used to the cold now, and then once your body starts to cool down, you're like, oh my gosh, I am freezing, and it's starting to hurt. You get like the tingling sensation in your legs, and then you just kind of sit through it until eventually. Thanks, Alexis. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support.
Hey, Alexis.
Megan's here too.
I'm over here watching vlogs.
Yeah, she's just on her YouTube watching some vlogs, so hanging out. I appreciate it. Yeah. Try to be the best couple on the internet. We love it. We love it. I know you're busy with tax season, so hopefully, fingers crossed, you can get through it. You're almost done. You're finishing it up. And taxes are the absolute worst, though. Tax season is.
What's the best and worst part about being in the tax world?
And that's a good question.
Yeah.
I would assume, it's pretty mild outside after this first window through April 15th. And then once you get done with that, you're probably like, all right, I'm taking 3 weeks off. But then before that, it's just such a mad sprint from the end of the year till April 15th, trying to get everything filed. Hey, Tessa. Yeah, we're talking about tax season and accountants. Alexis works in the taxes, so. Yeah, lots of trust, estates. Yeah, I bet. It's probably pretty complex doing that on a daily basis. But at least you know how to structure it, right? That's pretty cool. They must do so many different things to avoid paying taxes. I feel like every high net worth person I've ever met, they're like, all right, my job is to just avoid paying taxes through any means possible. Hi, Angelique. Welcome. Question marks. This is live stream number 3. Glad you joined. What's my channel about? My channel is about. Hey, Tessa. Welcome to the live. Welcome. The channel's about a lot of different stuff. Health and wellness. I do a lot of meal prepping, a lot of cooking. And then also a lot about finance, business, kind of all that stuff I love doing on a day-to-day. And, I've been leaning in a lot more to the cooking and meal prepping. It's something I started doing. Started doing this year, and it's been just such a game changer. And I've started to cook a lot more and make better food, which helps with the meal prepping and eating healthier when you know how to make better food, which has been awesome, so fun, so cool. No, for real, biggest question I get asked: how do I not pay tax? You know, it makes sense if you could. It'd be so cool if. It's crazy to think there was once a day where no one in this country paid taxes.
What do you mean?
Like back when the country, like we didn't start paying income tax till the 1930s.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. Income tax, like new taxes are a newer thing in the U.S. We fought a revolution because of taxes. Because King George was taxing us, and there was a tea tax, and like the British Tea Party was because of a tax on tea, and they threw tea into the harbor.
Wait, I literally never have connected these dots.
Yes, and it's crazy to
I
think.
thought it was just about tea.
No, it was about taxes. And the fact people are like, oh, the government's charging us 25%. It's crazy. Like, if the people who got charged like 6 cents for tea or whatever it was
Yeah.
saw that now, they'd be like, what is going on? You know?
That's so true.
It's crazy how different, like, that was such a big thing. Like, we don't want to get taxed on anything. And that was the whole basis of like America is no taxes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And they tax stamps. Now stamps are so expensive.
Wait, what is that? Like, what do you mean by this?
Well, they tax tea, they tax stamps. When the British levied a bunch of different taxes, like stamps were one of them. And people, since postage was the main way people communicated back then, you know, everyone had to kind of freaked out because everything they were sending, like imagine every text you had to send, they taxed you on it. Every letter you sent, taxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tessa, what's up? Tessa Leonita. I had a good day. Thanks, Steven. Yeah, I had a great day. It was fun. It's as you can see, it's beautiful weather. It's got not a lot to complain about. Work was great. Fun day at the office. Got a lot of work done. Yo, Farmer, welcome back. Good to have you in chat. Oh, to get off taxes. Yeah, I'm sure we're boring everyone to death with the history lesson on taxes. But
Actually, I found it interesting.
You learn something new every day, right?
Yeah.
My favorite meal prep. So, Alexis, I just made this meal prep this past week, and it is the best thing. So if you go, I don't know if they have, I don't think they have a Trader Joe's, but they have these Momofuku noodles, or you can do it with kind of any noodles.
At Whole Foods.
At Whole Foods. And you buy them, and then you just kind of remix it with chicken, vegetables, anything else. And it's such an easy way to make a great meal. Like the base is so good already because the noodles are incredible. And then you just remix it with like some chicken, you put some sriracha on it, or you do zucchini and everything like that. And that has been my favorite one so far this year. And we just made it this last week. So, and that's what we were making in Megan's life for dinner. Because we had one extra packet. We ate it all already this week. We ate the whole meal prep. Normally it's supposed to last until Saturday, but it's so good. We just ate it all already.
I was getting self-conscious eating noodles.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's been the best one. Or I made like fried rice the other week with some leftover rice, and that was unbelievable. It's the best fried rice I made, like egg fried rice. It was pretty darn good. But those have been the best ones. And it's also now I'm starting to get some recipes each week, so I can start tracking on, what recipes I like, how I'm eating them, doing all that, and that's changed a lot. Farmer.
I literally was thinking, I was like, I wish Farmer was here.
I know. Farmer's not about taxes. No, Farmer's like not about taxes.
He'd be one of those people.
Yeah. Asking how not to pay him. That was one of the first things he asked me. How do I not pay taxes? It came up before. And yeah, I think, Farmer, we were pretty much saying that, the U.S., like they taxed tea and there was a revolution. And now there's the 25% income tax, which is crazy to think about. The best meal I've ever made. Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I've made a lot of good meals. I haven't made like anything, Michelin star though. I would say that. I think the best thing I've maybe made is, hmm, I make a great like red wine base like pot roast with, you know, like a braised beef. That's my favorite, like a stew. So easy, you just throw it in the oven, Dutch oven. COX is business development. That's why you come on live. Business development, left and right. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's so fair.
That is kind of weird, the government. Then do you really own the land if the government can take it from you if you don't pay taxes? Like, aren't property taxes like kind of crazy?
Yeah, property taxes are a lot.
I mean, they're so expensive. Like in Dallas, oh my God. In Texas, they're crazy. For everything else being cheap in Texas, that's nuts. Yeah, and property taxes just have gone up. It's crazy how much they've gone up. Farmer, I feel you, especially if you have a lot of acres.
True.
Yeah, if you have so many acres and just keeps going up and up and up, I don't blame you. Good thing, I mean, cattle prices got to go up too, I guess. Only way to survive. City or country? I think it depends on the season. I don't know.
Depends on the mood.
Depends on the mood. I love the country. Yeah, or NYC are considered the worst place for taxes, especially for prep. Yeah, I bet. Where are the best places then, Alexis? If anyone's going for taxes, like, do you have clients that just move to Miami or Nashville or someplace with no income tax? And then, I guess going back to the city or county, city or country, if it's in the summer and you're on the ranch or something like that, then the country. But sometimes there's a lot of energy in the city and it's fun and being around the people. If there's an event going on, I love that. So I think it just depends on the time of year. But both are great. I think both have their pros, both have their cons. It kind of just depends on what you want. The flavor of the day, as some would say. Speaking of flavors, we should get some ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I've been great.
What's your favorite ice cream?
My favorite ice cream? Really, people move all the time for tax purposes, huh?
Okay, side note, when I was working in finance, we always talked about how people should never move for taxes. So it's interesting that people, like Alec and I were just talking about this, it is interesting because obviously people do move a lot for that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it makes a big difference for some people.
Yeah. Anyways, ice cream flavor.
Ice cream flavor? Maybe pistachio. I know that might be a hot take, but I love pistachio ice cream. And I think maybe being a California kid where all the pistachios are grown and just growing up eating a lot of pistachios, I love pistachio ice cream.
It's so fire.
It's so good. Pistachio, maybe like half pistachio, half coffee. That might be the best. That might be my favorite of all time. Yeah, they do it all the time. All the time. I have buddies that do it. They're like, oh, I got to get out of California. I don't want to be there anymore. It's just wild. Like, what do? You just pick up and leave because of taxes? That's nuts. Where do you find good basics? I find a lot of my recipes and stuff like that, if that's what you mean on basics, for just online. And we have a couple of cookbooks, so I find that there. And then I start iterating on everything like that. So a lot of my recipes and everything I do, Stephen, are from just cookbooks and then recipes I find online that kind of meet what I'm looking to eat or macros. And then also try to buy in bulk so I don't have to go to the grocery store. Oh, you made shirts and stuff. Oh, clothing. My fiance gets most of my clothes, truthfully. So whatever she feels like is the best shirt or anything at the moment. I have never really been shopping that much.
Wait, have you ever actually purchased anything?
Not really. Suits, that's it.
Yeah, suits.
I've only purchased suits. So I could tell you more about suits, like that stuff. But terms of just day-to-day clothes, it's normally athleisure, jeans, boots.
Okay, I think I could answer that question better. Viore.
Yeah.
We wear a lot of Viore. Banana Republic. Kind of vibe.
Levi's,
Yeah, Levi's.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
We got 5 people on. Let's go.
That was funny.
Yeah, Alexis, I have ruined many of clothes.
Yeah, literally
Many.
also the next day too.
Yeah, Megan will buy me some trash the next day. And so I just told her stop. I was like, I don't need this. I don't need clothes. I don't need them. I'll wear them if I know I won't ruin them. It's why I feel like if it's a suit or nicer clothes and I'm wearing it to work, it will be safe and okay. But if it's not, I'm going to trash it if doing normal day-to-day stuff.
We have bottles of Shout.
Yeah, bottles of spray and pray. Yeah, we go through a lot of spray and wash.
Tide to go.
Yeah, everything. The car oil I feel just never gets out of the clothes though. That's permanently ruined if you get the car oil in there and it'd be so stuck, especially if you got a nice white shirt and just black. Oh, Farmer, I bet, man, you probably get some crazy stains. Do you wear overalls? Please tell me you wear overalls. Farmer, I wear we go out to a farm and I wear my boots all the time. So they're my go-to shoes. They're my second most worn shoes.
Yeah.
I love them. They're so fun. They are the absolute best. 12 people. I think that's a record. Let's go. Into cars, I'm actually not that into cars. I wouldn't say that. I'm into more retro cars. I like, the old Camaros, old Mustangs. I love the Stingrays, the old Corvettes. Those cars I'm a lot more interested in maybe the new ones, like the Lambos and all that. I like kind of the older versions.
It's got more personality.
It's got more personality, took the time to build it
Yeah.
and the gas power. There's not as many fancy things in it, but I think it's so cool. I think it's the best. And then I always wanted a motorcycle, but that got shut down pretty quick.
I was like, no.
A wheat farm, Alexis, that's pretty cool. No overalls, just every day, no matter the temperature. Always jeans. That's great. That is awesome. Lavender farm. That's so cool. I've never heard of a lavender farm before. That probably smells amazing.
Yeah, for real.
Man, that's awesome. See? That'd be beautiful too. I bet when it's blossoming and it's all purple and everything like that, that's probably amazing to look at. I love that. Kin River Lavender Farm. Check it out. All right, we'll check it out. We will check it out.
We're literally Googling as we speak.
You are?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. I love lavender. It might be, I think that's a top 3 scent. If we're going like scent rankings, I think. Oh, that's a good question. Like, what are the best scents? Lavender's got to be up there. Mint's probably classic.
Mm-hmm.
By Walla Walla. Oh, Good Wine Country for sure. I had a buddy go up to Whitman, Alexis. I don't know if you probably know where that is in Walla Walla, I bet. Small little liberal arts school over there. Man. Yeah, mint, lavender. I love pine. Pine's a great scent. All that stuff. Yeah, Whitman. It's a cute little school. I've always wanted to go to Walla Walla. Megan and I haven't made it out there, but I think it'd be a fun road trip to go out eastern Washington, up in Idaho, Yellowstone, all that area. Or not Yellowstone. Is it Yellowstone? No, Yosemite? No.
No.
Yellowstone. I think it's, Yellowstone.
Yeah, because Yosemite's in California.
Drive out there. I still haven't been. I need to go to Yellowstone. I grew up in California. I haven't been to Yosemite. I've really dropped the ball on that, which is crazy.
Wait, Alexis, I'm looking at the Instagram right now. Is this you in the photos? Or is this somebody else? It looks so pretty.
Yeah, I bet. So cool. Also, opening day, Major League Baseball today. Anyone watch the Giants game? Any of the 5 people watch the Giants game? That's probably her little sister. She's adorable.
Aw, that's so cute.
Any good podcasts? I've been listening a lot to the Huberman Lab pod recently, and I've been loving that. The health and wellness stuff has kind of been my kick recently. So getting protocols or meals or saunas or ways I can improve on that, that's been my go-to recently. I love that so much.
Wait, tell me what you said about saunas.
So there was a podcast about saunas where they found if you sauna for 2 hours, not 2 hours straight, but 2 hours in like 30-minute, 20-minute intervals for one day, once a week, you get more muscle growth and growth hormone than if you did it every day. But every day has better longevity perks. And I thought that was pretty interesting and crazy to think about that. You know, because you shock your body reacts way in a much bigger way than if you do it consistently every day, because your body just starts adapting to it. And then another podcast I've been listening to, I listen to sometimes the All In podcast. I like that podcast a lot. Talks a lot about tech and finance and investment. And then, yeah, a lot of other stuff. I try to do a lot more audiobooks too, and listen to books and read. So I'm doing a Ray Dalio book as well. He's the best. He's unbelievable. His books are amazing. I like one of them is Planet Money. NPR is a good one. They have some great stories. What about finance? Oh, I like the All In podcast because they're very much old tech guys. So they're very focused on kind of what's the next 5-year horizon. And so it's good to get an idea of where everything's moving, especially with how crazy this world is with AI. So that's why I like it, because it gives me a little bit of insight into what these people who are in it in the day-to-day and investing in these companies and trying to be the next big person in tech. And so it's interesting to hear about that. And they have some good structuring about SPACs and everything else, about taking public company IPOs and the structuring of a lot of those deals, of how there's more private companies now because they don't need the funding from an IPO because of the way, you know, you can be cash flow positive beforehand, before you kind of get out of that venture round. Also answer me, Chris. Dang, that's awesome. A U-pick would be so cool for lavender. I bet you it probably stains, like you smell so great for weeks. You
Wait,
just-
what did she say?
She said, also to answer Megan's question, my whole family's on the Instagram. My mom and dad started it from the ground up and are in the process of making products and opening up U-pick, which is so cool. It's really become their passion. And I feel like picking
Cute.
lavender, you just would smell amazing. Like you could
Yeah.
just take it with you, just walking through it. Everything would be so fun. Oh, man. Okay. Well, I got to get back to work, so I'm going to wrap up this live. I appreciate you guys joining. Love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have fun.